of the Senate Intel Committee, and he will be there. Senator, thank you so much for being here. This promises to be a very interesting hearing that you're about to have. Can you tell us who specifically from the FBI you expect to have testify?
I think that's classified right now, but it's a very high-ranking official from the FBI. We're going to really drill down deep in terms of questions as to what they knew, what they know now, and what's the difference between a week ago and now. The whole question of why did this person appear on some screens and not on others as potential risk. We've got a lot more to learn, but we need to learn that to prevent something like this from happening again, or doing the best we can to do so. So we'll drill down very deep in this session that's classified.
Clearly, there are a lot of questions about why they missed his increasing radicalization. He was posting, as far as we can tell, terrorist-inspired messages on his YouTube channel 3 years ago, which would have been prior to the time the FBI started to investigate him. And they only got worse from there. Then the domestic violence thing, then he drops out of his boxing career. I mean, if you talk to terrorism experts, they say this is the profile. Then he starts to cause trouble at his mosque. They say this is the profile of someone who becomes a homegrown radical and does bad things. Why would we not have kept an eye on him?
Well, obviously, we can't jump to conclusions until we hear what the FBI did do and what other agencies did do in terms of relating to this information about this particular individual. We know that the Russians had sent a notice that we should take a look at this. And we did. And the FBI said they did a thorough investigation. But obviously it wasn't thorough enough because it didn't turn up one of the things that you just mentioned. And we're looking for other information as to what we could have learned that we didn't. Are
you going to ask the question, because as I see it, there are at least two issues. Obviously, the failure to spot this guy's radicalization over the past few years. But number two, why didn't the people at the FBI, and they usually do these interviews in tandem, why didn't the two agents who went and sat down with Tamerlan Tsarnaev back 18 months ago, 24 months ago, when we had a terrorist attack in Boston where they know he lives on Monday, say, let's go take another look at that guy who we questioned, or at least when they saw a videotape of him, come forward and say, that's the guy we just interviewed. Are you going to ask that?
We're going to ask that and many more questions. We want the full detail of everything that was done pre and post incident in Boston. It's important that we tie this down to make sure we know if there were connections to terrorist organizations overseas, if there's some foreign element in this. It's important to know what kind of procedures we have in place here to prevent this, or to get these people's names on the right screens so that when they do travel in and out of the United States, they pop up when they go through the process.
Yeah. Senator, will you get names of the specific FBI agents or employees who conducted those interviews of Tamerlan Tsarnaev, and then find out whether they are still in the FBI field office and whether they did speak up at any point last week about their prior contacts with Tamerlan?
Well, there's some parallels here with Benghazi and how difficult it's been to get the names of people and who did what and when. We want to not make that mistake that we did at Benghazi. We lost an ambassador and 3 others. We still don't have the information that we need to go and prosecute those who perpetrated this act. And so I think we're going to keep pushing and will not allow easy answers to this. We want as much information as we can procure, and we want to get to the bottom of it. It's for the safety of Americans in the future, and it's for providing justice in the proper way.
Should be easy to say, what are the names of the agents who interviewed him, and are they still with the FBI? Where, and did they come forward? I mean, those are very simple questions. It's not as complicated, perhaps, as Benghazi.
Trust us, we will ask those questions and many, many more. We want to know the whole procedure, the entire narrative here that's taken place regarding this incident.
Well, we hope you can share something with us. We know it's a classified briefing. We'll see. Senator, thank you. All the best.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Coming up, there's